After 12 years of living in San Diego, Mitchell and I are leaving. My husband and I met in San Diego, we dated in San Diego, we got married in San Diego. It's a huge part of our love story and our life together, and we've built this incredible foundation for ourselves in this city, and so it's a huge deal for us to be taking the next step, I think, for financial stability and for what we want for our lives. To be doing so outside of San Diego is a huge deal for us. My dad grew up in San Diego, and he's still here with my stepmom, Michelle, and we're very close with them emotionally and proximity. They're only about 15 minutes from our house, and so it's very different to consider moving away from that tie. We've absolutely come to love all of our local sports team, especially the NWSL team Wave. We freaking love women's soccer. We've become huge fans here. We've just had the best 3 seasons with them, ups and downs and all. We just watched this recent playoffs run with the Padres and the Dodgers, and it was so neat to just see how much the city embraces our athletes and love seeing them succeed. During our time here in San Diego, I even started San Diego Social Club, which is designed to help create long-lasting relationships and deep connections for people living in San Diego, where it can seem kind of difficult since it's such a large city and you're making adult friendships. I've absolutely loved stepping into that role and creating something that I wish that I had when I first moved. I'm really proud of that creation, and it's one of my favorite things that I've done, and I have really high hopes for its continued survival and thriving. I've clearly built my entire business around San Diego and San Diego local businesses. That's something that's like really scary for me to leave too, is knowing that I have built this connection with other locals in San Diego, and now I'm just leaving it all behind. But it's also, to me, the potential for even further connections to be built with people in San Diego and people wherever we move next. Realistically, we know that we are not alone in the San Diego rat race of loving the city and wanting to call it home forever, but not being able to because we would never be able to afford a home in San Diego. And so a huge part of us choosing to move and to share this experience with you online every step of the way is because we know that we're not alone in that. And so we really wanted to be able to share this journey from start to finish so that people in San Diego or just fellow millennials, married millennials looking for their next move can feel a sense of belonging with us in this journey and inclusion in where we plan to go. And maybe in a couple of years, this could be you and your family too. So here's our main reasons that we're leaving San Diego. One is the cost of living. As you can imagine, it's very expensive to live in America's finest city, and we pay an arm and a leg for the beautiful weather that we have all year round. When we first moved to San Diego, we were renting a granny flat from some family friends of ours, and we were paying, I think, $800 a month for our studio. We were there for 2 years, which is in San Diego, like that's ridiculously cheap. Our 1-bedroom apartment in Mission Valley when we moved in a few years ago was $2,400 a month, not including our utilities. We are currently paying $2,600 a month, which we have negotiated over the years to stay on that lower end. And we are just now kind of coming to the realization 3 lease terms in that we're just getting really frustrated. It kind of feels like we're just like throwing our rent money in the trash can. We're paying $31,000 a year in rent. Let that sink in for a second. That's basically an entire salary. Wild. The average rent of a 1-bedroom apartment in San Diego for 650 square feet is $2,341 a month. The average price of a 2-bedroom is $2,953 a month, and that's for about 960 square feet. And as of September 2024, the median listing price for a home in San Diego is $965,000. And we're not talking single family home, multiple bedrooms, all of that good stuff. No, we're talking a condo. One of our main reasons for moving is that we really just want to have more money left over to invest in things that we want and to invest in our future. The second reason that we're planning to leave San Diego is because we want a lifestyle change. We have been married for 5 years now, and it's been the best, but we've come to find that in a city like San Diego that skews on like the younger end of the spectrum, it is pretty difficult for us to find other married friends, especially married child-free friends. And so it's something that we really want to be able to build a sense of community with other married millennials and other double income, no children couples. In addition to trying to find a larger like married community, we also really want to find a lifestyle that better suits the kind of slower, more thoughtful approach to life. We really want to be able to find a place that will allow us to slow down in our 30s and really like invest into our marriage, into our community, into our home. And San Diego just doesn't really offer us that lifestyle at the moment. The third reason that we want to move is that we're actually not looking for our forever home. We're looking for an investment property. We really want to be able to leverage wealth in real estate. I mean, use wealth as a general term. We want to eventually build wealth in real estate. And in order to do so, we need to get into the market sooner rather than later. And so in this process, we're not looking for a traditional single family home. We're looking for a duplex, a triplex, or a quadplex. So that's something really important for us in moving to a new city, is that we want to be able to have a multi-unit property that we can then rent out the other units and be able to pay off the mortgage with the rent that we would be accumulating from those other units. So that's something really important in our search for a new city. There's a few different markets that we're looking at right now for multi-unit properties where you can buy a quadplex 4-unit property newly renovated for $475,000. So because we're looking for somewhere less expensive, we're looking for a lifestyle change, we're looking for a multi-unit property, it's best for us to seek moving options outside of California. We haven't landed on what city we want to move to yet. There's a few different cities that we're considering at the moment. So we want to walk through the pros and cons of those with you and kind of let you in on our decision process and on the process of getting a mortgage quote and all of those kind of things that come along with being a homeowner and moving away from San Diego. It can kind of seem like this really mystical process, and so we really want to be able to break that down with you and alongside you, so that if and when you decide that you want to do something similar in the future, you don't feel alone in that decision, and we're able to take you along as part of our experience with moving away from San Diego and seeing what else is out there for us. Really excited to take you along on this journey with us. We hope that you'll stay tuned for more videos to come on the cities that we're considering, the process of getting a mortgage, how we're moving from San Diego, and all of those things are yet to come. We would love to hear in the comments if you have any ideas of cities that we should consider or other things that you've thought along the way. If you've moved from San Diego or if you'll never move from San Diego, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Cool. I'm happy. You happy? Oh, okay, bye. Can you not right now? You look stupid. Are you done? All right.